In the deepest, darkest nights, it is where you will find your light, because you cannot see light without dark. In the most cold and empty and silent winter nights, it is where you will find life. Sometimes you must take a step back, and this is why today we're going to talk about the hermit era. Personally, I've seen a lot of videos and a lot of people talking about like this self-isolation era. You're gonna glow up, you're gonna do this and that, whatever. I want to approach it with a more spiritually informed lens, because I myself go through a ton of these these moments where I really need to do some soul searching. I need to have clarity. I need to go back to my own blueprint. That's okay. Recently, it's winter right now. We're in February. Aries season is not there quite yet, but it's coming. We just had Chinese New Year. We had our Western New Year. So a lot of big energies have been brewing up, but I still feel this need to kind of observe, be still, check in with myself, be grounded. And this is why I'm making this video, because I want to help you through this whole process. You have to understand that the world influences you, especially the world we live in right now. So much communication, so much noise, so much information, so much entertainment being bombarded at you all the time, everywhere. Sometimes you must really go back to silence, to reevaluate, to ground yourself, to get familiar with your own thoughts again, to make sure that, okay, we are getting back to the source. We are checking up on the source, which is you, your own soul, your own inner world. And yes, we are creatures that are social and we thrive in community. We need compassion and kindness, and we thrive when we take care of each other. But sometimes there's some quests and journeys that you must take by yourself, and only you can navigate your inner waters. Only you can really get in touch with your own self. Your relationship with yourself is the deepest, the most complex relationship you'll ever have in your life, and everyone else is a reflection of it. Everyone else is part of your journey, and that's amazing. But they cannot do that work for you. You need to do it. So you need to be the hermit. You need to walk in the dark with your little lantern, explore, search, be still, observe. And before I get into like my tips, I thought I would share with you something really interesting that I've been like kind of looking into for a while. It's this quote. Basically, it goes something like, making the subconscious conscious before it rules your life. Sometimes you need to take a step back, reevaluate, because you fall into patterns every day without even realizing it, and you need to make sure that it's not affecting the course of your life. Sometimes you need to check in with yourself to see who's really in charge. Is it you, or is it like a version of you that is affected by your trauma, or is it like a habit, or is it this and that and whatever? We need to be aware. Awareness is like the number one most powerful tool that you have in any situation, because at the very least you know what you're up against. And if you want more videos on this topic, I would love to do them, but it has been really something on my mind for a long time, because I'm like, that's true. Like sometimes we don't even realize the kind of things that we do, the patterns that we fall into, they rule us in some way, shape, or form, unless we rule them. Very important to go back to your source, to yourself, to your own world, to your own thoughts. Evaluate them, listen, learn, and maybe adapt. So I have 5 little tips for you to navigate this hermit era of your life, because we all go through one, and that's okay. It's a good thing, so don't be scared. I know everyone, a lot of the time they talk about resting and journaling and going to the gym and blah blah blah, and all of these things are so great, but I'm not going to tell you that today. I'm not. I'm sorry. But we are going to talk about 5 tips that are very essential, but not that kind of tip. I hope you understand. So, yes, the first tip for you to go through this is absolutely introspection. Absolutely. You need to process information. You need to reflect. You need to literally externalize your world, your thoughts, however you want it to be. If you're someone who loves to write, do that. If you're someone who processes it, I'm kind of like that, but I process information when I talk about it. So if you just need to talk, just do it. If you need to process your inner world through a creative endeavor, do it. Whatever it is that makes you reflect, that makes you think, that makes you go within, try it out. And I need you to not be afraid. I need you to get uncomfortable with this, because absolutely it can get very triggering, or sometimes just a little uncomfy, and that's okay. I personally really like going outside. I really love just asking questions to myself and having to be very honest about my answers, because who am I trying to fool here? I'm with myself. I know myself. I'm in my own head. I don't have to lie. This can also be checking in with your body. How do you feel? Do you feel tension at any point? Do you have like a recurring feeling? That kind of stuff is also a self-reflection kind of vibe, because it's not just about the mind, right? Our body also feels everything and holds memory. And it's so important for you to check in with that, because trust me, girl, like things can really accumulate in your body. My next tip would be being observant, being still, being in silence. No phone, no TV, no music even. No yapping, not calling your friend. Just sit still, alone. Nothing else. If you need a little music, if you need a little ambient sound, I get it. It's okay. But I really recommend silence, stillness. Ideally, go outside or just like stare at the wall. Do this in the bathtub, in the shower, in bed, outside, on the couch, doesn't matter. Just every day, try to have a moment where you are very still, very silent. See how it feels. What kind of thoughts pop up? What kind of emotion pops up? And how does it affect you to go within in that sense? Because it's one thing to consciously go into your own thoughts, go into your own body and ask questions and observe and be like, oh, interesting. You're kind of like a doctor and you're like taking notes, like, oh, this is happening. But when you're just the observer with no judgment, no even like no nothing, like brain empty, just sit still, observe, be in silence, see where it brings you. Because a lot of the time when we do these exercises like the journaling, the self-reflecting, the shadow work, it's a very interesting talk between conscious and subconscious, and it gets very interesting. Yes, it gets very interesting. It's a conversation, but sometimes we need to observe beyond the conversation. We need to observe the being, just being in that present. Who are you when you're just being, when you're just there? And the more that you practice this stance of just existing in the present moment, which is, you're going to realize very quickly, the present moment is eternal. There's always the present moment, nothing else. Just sit in it. How does it make you feel? Who are you? What do you observe? You're just the observer. Where does it lead? Be curious. My next one would be about releasing, letting go, processing certain things, because a lot of the time these two prior exercises, they can bring up realizations, sensations, feelings, thoughts, ruminations, can bring them up to the surface. And you may realize, oh, I got some work to do. For me personally, I would say I have a tendency to say I need to work out, I need to do practices where I can just kind of flow these energies in my body. I need to purge a lot, and I need to write a ton. I need to do actual like ritualistic practices to really release, cleanse, heal. I would highly recommend, if you are into that kind of stuff, spiritual bathing, releasing, cord cutting, just all that kind of stuff, transmutating all of these blockages or these lingering emotions and thoughts and energies into something better for yourself. And you can definitely use fire for a very quick, powerful transformation and release. But I'm a water girly because yes, water holds memory and all of that kind of stuff, and I feel like we are made of water, so in some way, shape, or form there's probably a part of us that remembers all of these things, and we need to cleanse it. So I work a ton with water in terms of purifying, releasing, cleansing. I love to do rituals with water and fire for that. Quick, intense, cut the crap, and like, let's move on. The last thing that I would suggest is air. Everything that is like with smoke can be very good for releasing, cleansing, resetting. Because of that, movement, energy, very, very, very good. If you want to just lift your spirits, let go of something. Cleansing with air, with smoke is very good. The next one, of course we're gonna go there, is reinventing, trying new things, getting out of your comfort zone, re-evaluating who am I now that I observed, now that I'm aware, now that I'm conscious of my patterns, of my how I've been working like in my brain and my body as of lately. Okay, what does it leave me with? Your identity, your current self, and maybe who you want to become. What do you want to change? What do you want to embody from now on? Like, what is, in what way are we moving, kind of? It's time for you to decide, how are you going to show up now that you have observed, now that we have conclusions, now that we have data. How do we want to move on? How do you want to move forward? Who do you want to be? It's time for you to really believe in yourself. In these hermit periods, the best thing is that there's no person telling you yes, 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 or no, no, no in your ear. It's just you. So if you have been nurturing a vision, a dream, something that you want to change, something that you want to have, it's a really good time to start working on it and pour it into a more concrete aspect of your life, instead of just being a vague concept or whatever. Even if you are already certain it's not vague at all, then it's time to take forward moving steps ASAP right now to get into that reality, that version of you, to make this happen. And when I say getting out of your comfort zone, that's really what it means, because a lot of the time we keep ourselves little, especially when we live in the eye of others, when we are being perceived. Maybe you don't even realize it, but there's a lot of times where you hold back, where you doubt, you do not truly trust maybe your intuition, your vision, your capacities, because you're like, what if everyone is right and I cannot do this? What if I'm not being realistic? What if it does not please the people in my life? What if it's cringe? What if it's bad? What if it's like, we need to get back to ourselves and get out of this safety bubble where, oh, I do nothing, so nothing can happen to me. Life is about taking risks. Life is about taking risks. Now, I know this kind of sucks. This kind of sucks, but it's true. I need you to understand that you will never be the same. Even if we are not going through like this renewal, like all of this transformation, going into the cocoon, you step out, of course you're brand new. You are always changing. So do not get attached to who you were 2 weeks before, a year before. You changed. You already changed. You are always changing. So get comfortable with that. because you're constantly reinventing who you are. You are constantly being you. You're being reborn basically every single day. Don't get attached. Don't get attached. Just let it happen. Let things reinvent themselves. That's the whole point. That's literally the whole point. And there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe some people, some things make you feel guilty about changing, but it's literally the most natural thing there is on this earth. I think the last tip is pretty obvious. I would say it's nurturing, resting, taking care of your body, of your soul, of your mind, taking care of your space, you know, of your house, of your apartment, of your room. Slowing down, taking the time to recuperate, rejuvenating your energy, replenishing your space, to get things in order. It's good to clean, to get cozy, to cook good foods for the body, to kind of have a reset if you want to do a little cleanse, if you want to cut out maybe caffeine or sugar for a little while just to help you have a reset. If you want to cut off the social media just for a couple of days, if you want to like just step into this coziness, this like self-care, this rest, this nurturing, this I'm taking care of myself, I'm feeling good vibe, it's gonna make you feel brand new no matter what. But there's something so romantic and sensual about you being the person that takes care of yourself, you being the person that gives the care that you require, the nurturing, this like mother-child relationship in a way where you are the provider of all of this comfort, but for yourself. There's something just so beautiful about it. There's something so intimate about it. It's so nice, and it's so necessary during these periods of solitude and isolation, because it keeps you grounded and it makes you feel like, okay, I'm literally in good hands. Like I can take care of myself, and I'm so grateful to have myself because I can just like really enjoy my time with myself. If you want to go out, do fun, cozy activities. I love to go out like for a really gourmet coffee. Like I love a good latte with like a little something to it. I love to read. I love to go outside in nature. I love to do like some little cute activities. You want to go see a movie, you want to go out to your favorite restaurant, you want to go do a little activity like out there. Ice skating right now is the perfect season. If you want to go hike, if you want to just go shopping, girl, just have fun. Nurture yourself. Pour into your own cup. It just feels so freaking good. I think I will do a video about like ways that you can pour into your own cup, and it's not like take a bubble bath. Like, okay girl, whatever. There's so many other ways to pour into your own cup, but this is the most important because this is what makes all of the difference. Like you feel good, you feel so good, you feel so happy, and it just fills up your heart with all of this like joy and love. And I feel so grateful when I do these things, and I'm like, it's just so great. So yeah, it's really different. It's really the bomb. Here it's the bomb. Like it's the thing that changes everything. There's such a difference between like having a cozy like winter vibe where you're like, oh, this is cute, this is fun, and then there's like, it's winter, like we're struggling, we're starving, it sucks, it's cold. It's nurturing. It's nurturing. The difference between the two is the warmth. You get it? I hope this helps you out. I hope that you will enjoy this era of contemplation and rejuvenation in solitude in a way that is classy, chic, fun, spiritually informed, and low-key kind of hot. Like all the baddies, all the hot girls know when to step back, take a journal, light the little candle, and start writing about their feelings and their subconscious patterns and everything. That's like hot girl energy. You got this, diva. So thank you for watching. I love you all so much, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and all of the YouTube stuff because it helps me out. I want to grow a channel for all the girlies. I want you to find community here, and I'm working on it. You can check out my website for some cute stuff, and all of my links are down below. Active on TikTok and Instagram, and I'll see you very soon.